Happy New Year! I'm Brittany and welcome back to my channel, The Book Dreamer. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge mash-up. Oh, can't talk today. Not good for this video. I want to quickly haul the books I got as Christmas gifts or purchased with money or gift cards I received over the holidays. I want to wrap up the holiday BookTubeAthon that I participated in on the last 3 days of 2016. And I want to talk about my 2017 reading goals. Hopefully I can do this fast and it doesn't end up being too long of a video. So, first, the books I got during the holidays. I'm not going to give a full description for these books because I have so much I want to get through for this video. I will be giving just quick descriptions and will be leaving the links down below for if you want to know more about the books. First, I have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling. I did read this already, and I gave it 5 stars. This is, once again, the wizarding world, mythical creatures, adventure, and 1920s America. Next, I have The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer. This is sci-fi. The heroine of this story is trying to survive as she's being hunted because of some knowledge that she has as part of her previous career as a chemist, and there's something special and unique about her. Next, Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. This is time travel all around the world, mystery, and perilous danger. Nevernight by J. Kristoff. This is the signed first edition copy from Barnes & Noble. This is a world that has 3 suns that never set, hence Nevernight. Our heroine is running to escape death after her father is killed for trying to incite a rebellion. She becomes an assassin's apprentice, becomes top of her class, and her past seems to catch up with her at the church that they're at to learn how to be an assassin, and she has to figure out what is going on and face it. Disturbed by Kevin O'Brien. This has a murdering psychopath on the loose, a town that is aligned more with our main character's husband's ex-wife than with her, and she is certain that someone is stalking her new family with vengeance on the brain. The Darkest Torment by Gina Showalter. This is a book in her Lords of the Underworld series. This is one of the most recent ones that came out, so I won't say much because I don't want to spoil the series. What I can say is paranormal romance, sexy immortals, gods, curses, demons, angels, all of that fun stuff. Again with Gina Showalter, I have Last Kiss Goodnight. This is the first book in her Otherworld Assassin series. Another paranormal romance. This takes place in a zoo where there are paranormal creatures being kept, and the paranormal creatures are also human-ish. The zookeeper's daughter wants to help them as much as she can, but she can't release them. There is a new captive that draws her interest, and she intrigues him as well. And as they start to develop a budding romance, things become deadly, and he has to enter a series of dangerous tests. Then I have Son of a Witch by Gregory Maguire. This is the sequel to the Wicked series, so I don't want to say much about that either. For Wicked, that is the tale of the Wicked Witch from before she became the Wicked Witch of the West up until her defeat at Dorothy's hands in the Land of Oz. Full Moon Rising by Carrie Arthur. This is paranormal romance, fantasy genre, werewolves, vampires. Our main character is a hybrid, and she's more werewolf than vampire with the hybrid thing, and hybrids are rare. Her brother goes missing, or he's taken for ransom, and she is about to enter moon heat, which is a uncontrollable urge to mate with someone, so she's got to deal with those emotions, as well as the fact that the person helping her find her brother is also very enticing to her mating needs. Then I have Immortal City by Scott Speer. This is Los Angeles with the modern day twist of angels living among us and angels being more like celebrities. Our main character is about to become the youngest guardian angel. Angels are highly kept high among the classes and everyone loves them. However, there are some that don't. The main character is then hunted down by a killer, and his only hope is with a human girl who intrigues him and sees him as an actual individual and not as the celebrity that he has known all his life. Then I have 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. This is the special 10th anniversary edition. I love this book so much, and I'm happy to have the 10th anniversary edition. This has the special features of the original ending as well as other little bits, and this is very much a emotional roller coaster ride with the main topic being suicide. Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. Please, I hope I didn't butcher that as bad as I think I did. For this, I'm just going to read the back of it because the back really drew me in, and I know I'm going to probably end up reading this because of the biannual BookTubeAthon that's going to be happening in a few days. So, for the back it says, "He murdered women in cold blood. He terrorized an entire city. He taunted those of us who hunted him down. But despite all these horrors, in the end, I could not deny it. I was the girl who loved the Ripper." So I'm interested to see how Jack the Ripper is portrayed and what our main character, female, has to do with this. Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova. I know from the back this mentions that it's Alice in Wonderland-esque, Paradise Lost, Dante's Inferno, where a whole bunch of weird things happen, but it all seems to kind of just make some weird kind of sense. The main character is a female who is a powerful bruja, or witch. She does not want her powers, so on her death day celebration, she performs a spell to try to get rid of her powers. However, it backfires, her family goes missing, and the only person who can help her try to find them is a brujo, or male witch, who she can't trust. Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls by Lynn Weingarten. This is starts off with two best friends who have an amazingly close relationship. However, after one night, their relationship seems to be have friction. A year later, one of them ends up dead. It is ruled a suicide. However, the best friend who is still alive knows that the truth is that it was not suicide and is searching for the answers for what really happened. And lastly, for the Christmas book haul, holiday book haul, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Eliar-Senez. I'm sorry for that. The two main characters are complete, total opposites of each other, but they bring out the best in each other. And the only other thing that I know about this is that it's a coming-of-age LGBTQ plus story where the two main characters are also supposed to be homosexual, I believe. I hope I'm getting that correct. Super excited to read this and see what all the hype is about this book. So now onto the holiday BookTubeAthon wrap-up. I'm happy to say that I completed all of the challenges that were set up for the holiday BookTubeAthon. So for the first challenge, it was a book with your favorite color. My favorite color is blue. and I chose Sweet by Emmy Laybourne just because of the different blues that you have on this. I rated this 5 stars. I love Emmy Laybourne's writing. She really has a way of keeping the reader interested as well as giving you these unique and very interesting stories. This held my attention the entire time, and much the same way as when I read her Monument 14 series, I just couldn't put the book down. Next, I read Challenge 2, which was a book from a genre that you discovered this year. I had read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. I don't have the book with me. I borrowed it from my brother, and I don't know where he put it after that. I chose this based on my love of Illuminae and Gemina from 2016. So I've never really been big on sci-fi, and after reading those, I really wanted to branch out further into sci-fi genre. I rated Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep 4 stars. The story was interesting, unique, and I know that it was not only the inspiration for the movie Blade Runner, but it was also a revolutionary book for the sci-fi genre. However, at times I got really confused. There were pieces of technology that were mentioned because it's futuristic. The pieces of technology that were listed were very confusing. You had to figure out what the pieces of technology were talking about, and some of them seemed to overlap, and how did you differentiate? I also got very confused with the characters. I'm not sure, however, if the confusion was because something wasn't clicking with how my brain was processing it, or if it was just because of the writing that led me to the confusion. Overall, the story was engaging and interesting. It just, there was quite a bit of confusion during it. And then the third challenge was to read a book that was gifted to you. So I had read Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the screenplay by J.K. Rowling. 5 stars. I know I said that before. I absolutely love this. It was so much fun to enter back into the wizarding world of Harry Potter, and even more so to see what American witches and wizards were like, especially in the 1920s, when things were still very different than what we learned for Harry Potter. I loved reading about the creatures and seeing how the play differentiated it, but I also loved to see the movie when I saw it a few days later, to see it really come to life and see just how fun the movie was. The movie helped enhance the emotions and feelings that I had while reading the script. And then the final goal of the holiday BookTubeAthon was to read 3 books, and I'm so glad to say that I was able to read all 3 books. I didn't lose interest in them, I didn't have to change the titles, and it was just phenomenal. Now, the final part of this video is my 2017 reading goals. Last year, my only reading goal was to read a total of 100 books in 2016. I did accomplish that goal, so once again, my main goal for this year is going to be reading a total of 100 books. However, I decided I really want to challenge myself to become more adept as a reader. So my second goal for 2017 is to read at least 4 classics that come from a general high school required reading list. I did find a list on Goodreads to reference, and I'll be leaving the link for that down below. So at least 4 classics. I'd like to read more, but I'm not going to push myself because some classics are really a hit or miss. Third goal, I want to participate in a year-long reading challenge. I joined the Goodreads group for Around the Year in 52 Books. I'll be leaving the link down below for that, and I hope to use that as an outline to further expand on my reading. Fourth goal, I need to severely cut down on my TBR. All of my books on my bookshelves, all of them, are books that I have not yet read. If there's a book that I have read that's on the shelf, it's there because I need to reread it because it's been quite a long time and I can't read the next book and get it off the shelf without rereading the first book. And as of right now, behind me and a little next to me here and over there, I have a total of 441 unread books that I have to read and move off of my shelves. I know my husband has agreed to help me limit the amount of books I buy this year. Thrift stores are going to be my enemy, though. We agreed on a system that was for every 10 physical books that I read and got off these shelves, I can buy one physical book. I'm hoping I can stick to this as much as possible. Like I said, thrift stores are going to be the enemy here. I hope to bring down the amount of books on my shelves to 380. I would say to make all of the books I read for the year at least 100 from behind me, but I feel like it's very unrealistic for me, and 380 is still going to be a hard challenge, but at least it seems more plausible for me to be able to do. And lastly, as I had mentioned in a few of my videos, I'm a heavy mood reader. I would love to try to challenge myself to read books that I don't pick up based on my mood. So I have a jar here that I put titles of all the unread books on my shelves, except for the sequels, which are in these little clips to put in after I read the first book that stops me. So my last reading goal is to choose at least one of these each month to read. If I finish the book early, then picking up another one during the month, but at least having 12 books that I choose based on this selection system. So that's it for this haul, readathon, recap, reading goals for this year video. Let me know what you think of any of the books that I mentioned in this video, what your reading goals are for this year, and let me know about any readathons that are happening. I would love to know more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.